Hello guys, welcome to our TrustBasket gardening channel. This is Indu Priya. So today I'm here to let you know about how can we grow some organic radishes. So radishes are cool season crops, so I will recommend you to go for sowing from mid-October to first week of December. So here I have harvested really nice radishes. So in this video I'll be showing you how can we grow them right from the sowing to the harvesting. So please keep watching. So here I have added potting mix and vermicompost in the ratio of 1:4. These are Radish White Seeds. So now I'm going to sow them. I'm just leaving 2 inches gap between each sowing. So you can also follow that so that we'll get good radishes with good amount of space between them. So these are red radish seeds. So now I am going to sow them in rest half of the bag. Cover the seeds with soil properly and water them carefully. So to water them, use cans or pipes that have shower nozzles so that sown seeds do not come out of the soil. It's been 3 days since I sown the radish seeds and now all of them are germinated, and the germination is quite good because I could see 2 to 3 seedlings at every point in the grow bag. So now we need to maintain these seedlings carefully. We should just make sure we are not overwatering or we are not underwatering them. So watering them twice a day is just enough when you grow them in terrace or land. And if you are maintaining them indoors, watering them once is just enough. It's been 10 days since we sown the radish seeds. All the seedlings are doing very great, but at some points there are 2 seedlings, so at that places we need to remove one of them. So let's do it. We should also keep removing the weeds in the grow bags or containers because these weeds draw out most of the nutrients from the soil and that results in poor development of seedlings. At this point there are 3 seedlings, so now we should go for removing the weaker one. As this seedling is growing tall and healthy, I am going to snip out the rest. Pulling out the seedlings and transplanting them at distance is not a great idea in the case of radishes because radishes are root crops, so we should not disturb their roots. So cutting the excess seedlings is the best idea to go for to thin out radish seedlings. As these radishes are fast growing vegetables, there is a huge development on these plants day by day. And also these plants are not much susceptible to diseases, so that they are growing all fine. By today, these radishes has become 1 month old and you can see these plants are growing like crazy. And by seeing this growth, you might have think there is a profuse shoot growth, but no, I have planted them little close to each other. I maintained 3 inches gap between them, which is all fine. So now let's check their bases, whether they have started bulging or not. Yeah, their roots have started bulging. At this point, we may think fertilizers can help them, but the truth is, in case of radishes, fertilizers are no good for them because if we fertilize them, their shoot growth will be increased but their roots will not grow. So in case of radishes, all we need to do is we should plant them in fertile soil and we should forget about them, and of course we should water them regularly, and I can say watering is the only thing which we should do in case of radishes. So as of now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check for is there any yellow leaves, and if there are any, I will remove them. And I can also remove some of the outer leaves so that the density of this grow bag will be reduced and they can get even sunlight. So in this way you can remove the outer leaves, and these leaves also will not go waste. You can use them in salads and also for cooking purposes. Just make sure you're washing them properly. It's been completely 45 days now. So let's check how our radishes are doing. I think some of the red radishes have grown really very well when compared to the white ones. So now let's pull out some of the red radishes. Pull it carefully so that you don't break them. I think for today we can only harvest this much. We'll leave the rest for a few more weeks so that they also develop nice and thick roots. You can harvest them according to your need too. Let me tell you some important tips that could help you when you try growing the radishes at your home. The first thing is, you should always plant them in full sun, and as I told you before, you should not fertilize them until you harvest. When radishes are growing, their leaves will start occupying the whole space of the bags or pots. So from that point, we should keep a regular check and we should keep removing the yellow leaves, the leaves which are touching ground, and also a few excess outer leaves. And we should also opt for watering them with cans that have small mouths instead of overhead watering. Because if we go for overhead watering, we will leave all the leaves wet daily, and that will increases the chances of pest attacks, mainly the most common pests like aphids and mealybugs, because they are more attractive to moisture. So we should avoid overhead watering. Along with that, removing the yellow leaves and the leaves that are touching ground will also be helpful in keeping their population in control, because those leaves are more susceptible for pests. Even I have faced the problem of aphids. It is very common, which every gardener will go through. So if at all you have faced any problems of pests and mealybugs, you can go for spraying the neem oil, and you can also go for drenching the soil with neem oil solution. If you see any particular plant is heavily infested by any pest attack or diseases, it is always a good option to remove such plant instead of waiting for the pesticide to act on it. Because by removing, we can prevent the spread of such pests or diseases to other plants. So by following these simple tips, you can protect your plants and you can get a nice harvest in less space. Now it's been 70 days and I have been taking care of these radishes in every means, like I'm watering them regularly, I'm removing yellow leaves, outer leaves to reduce the density, and I'm also keeping the pests in check by spraying neem oil once a week. I think now these plants are doing all fine. So now let's check whether can we harvest any. I think now most of them are ready to get harvested, so let's pull them out. We may not get perfect radishes with perfect shape, but I can say these are completely organic. Some of them are still small, but no problem. It just happens because plants that have more potential will grow faster. But as we are harvesting the matured ones now, in 1 or 2 weeks, we can go for harvesting the rest. I think I have harvested a good number of radishes now. It feels so good to see a nice produce after taking care of them for many days, right? So this is how you can grow radishes right at your home. I can say these homegrown radishes are more nutritious than the store-bought one because here we do not use any chemical fertilizers or pesticides, and eating these radishes will also benefit us in many ways. They can induce weight loss, and they also help in regulating blood pressure and also blood sugar levels. And they're also good to our heart health, skin health, and also to our immunity. So try growing these radishes at your home, and please share your feedback in the comment section. So this is all about today's video. I'll be catching you in another video with some more interesting topic. Until then, stay tuned to TrustBasket. Bye bye.